Welcome back into Tavern Takes. I have three returning guests today: Josh, Will, and Sawyer.
So
We are going to talk a little NFL to start out, and then we're going to do what we did probably about a month ago now, where we kind of run through the NBA standings. A lot has changed. Shout out Joel Embiid, the walking hospital. We'll get to that. But we're going to start out here with NFL. And I think the rightful place to start off is with me being a Seahawks fan and Josh being a Packers fan. The DK Metcalf little blurb that came out today, where essentially Green Bay is in negotiations with Seattle for DK right now, but Seattle wants a first and Romeo Dobbs or Dontavian Wicks. I'll go first as a Seattle fan. I'd take that in a heartbeat because Seattle is in cap hell, and they're going to have to repay DK, I believe, next year. And it's just really not in the cards, especially with JSN ascending. And if they get back into the first round, I think it's a huge deal because they really like Jackson Dart, and I don't know if Dart falls to the second round. Now, they have their own first-round pick, but the offensive line is a way more pressing issue because they will bring Geno back on some sort of contract. I don't know what it's going to be, but they'll bring him back. They'll re-up his deal like he wants. But having that second first-round pick to bring Dart in, to me, would be huge. Let Dart sit a year behind Geno, who's sat and been there and would be a willing teacher. I think it would be big for Seattle. But anything less than a first, and I mean, honestly, the Romeo Dobbs, Dontavian Wicks thing is whatever. But if you're going to throw us a first, I think even a first I would be pretty okay with.
First is real though. He's a unrestricted free agent next year.
That's Seattle's asking price. I'm not saying that's what Green Bay offered, but that's Seattle's asking.
I heard on Green Bay radio that they actually offered a first. Like I'm like, there's why.
Because they think they can get a first. They think they can get a first for Jair. I also agree that DK is not worth a first-round pick.
You'd give a first for Jair?
I did see
they think they can get a first for Jair.
I saw not long ago before we hopped on that the asking price for Jair is a second or a third.
I can see him go for a second.
I think
third.
Third, I can see a third too. I mean, I
third
it depends who the team is.
Now, I will say
I would give a fourth for him.
Okay, Jalen Ramsey. I mean, he was the same age. I think he was a year older. Went for a third and a player. So
yeah, but Ramsey wasn't. Maybe he was, but I don't remember him.
He was coming off a down year. He was coming off a down year.
No, I'm saying I don't remember him pretty much saying, "Get me out of LA." Like the Packers' hands are tied. Like that's why Jair is worth a second-round pick. Don't get me wrong, but everyone knows they're just going to cut him if they can't trade him. So you're not going to get.
Being the Packer fan on this, I don't want to give up our first for DK. Like you might as well just sign Tay when they cut him. Because you know the Jets are going to release him anyway. If it's a third in Wicks or Dobbs, sure, but not a first. Not when the draft's in Green Bay too. Like I kind of want to see us pick in our home city also. But I could also see us trading that first for say Max Crosby, Myles Garrett if we want to make that push too.
Yeah, that's way more justifiable than DK.
Way more valuable position.
Yeah.
Way more valuable. Yeah,
100%.
But like I said, don't even try for DK if the ask price is a first. Like, just go sign Tay if that's going to be the case. I mean,
I love DK.
Cheaper.
Yeah.
No, it makes way more sense. Like, I love DK. I've got 2 of his jerseys, and I love the dude, but he is not worth a first-round pick, especially when you can go sign Devontae Adams, which, quite frankly, Devontae Adams in the right system with the right quarterback can be just as good, if not better, than DK. And you don't have to give up your first round pick.
All depends if Tay wants to be in Green Bay too, right?
He said he would. He said he's open to it. I mean, he made it public that would be one of his teams that he would consider. He knows the system, knows LaFleur, knows Love. I mean, like.
Plus, when was the last time Goody traded a pick?
First rounder.
When was it?
I don't think he has.
I don't think he. Hold on.
He's traded.
I think he's traded back.
He's traded back. He's traded back.
No, but I'm saying like trade picks for players.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's ever done it. I know he's traded back, but I don't think he's ever done it like pick for pick kind of thing. Yeah.
So I think we know what Goody's going to want to do.
I don't know. I actually kind of hope they actually offer a first for him.
Oh, no shit.
It's like I said, I want Dart and Kelvin Banks if he falls that far.
Mean, like for the Packers to do, like if the Packers are trying to win a Super Bowl, you do need a number one wide receiver to do that.
Why don't you get them both? You know, if you're trying to win a Super Bowl,
you could get Tay and DK.
We could do it.
You could get them both.
Theoretically do both. I mean,
but you don't need both.
Probably not, but we don't need both.
That'd be nice. Imagine them two and
them two would be nasty. Them two would be nasty.
I 100% agree it would be nasty, but why would you not? If I'm Green Bay, I literally am throwing.
They have more holes.
Whatever package I can at Crosby or Garrett.
Yeah,
because that's way more valuable.
You're going to trade away that first. Go after one of those premier pass rushers instead.
Exactly.
To me, that could put you over the top right there too. I mean,
and the free agency class is not great here.
Yeah,
this
no,
year,
that's
so
way more likely to put you over the top.
Right. Especially because our pass rush was atrocious this year. So, yeah, go get me a pass rush.
The Lucas Van Ness third-year jump that's coming.
That's what
I heard on the radio.
Hey,
I heard the same thing.
Wait for it, all right? Number 90.
Something about those.
I'll be waiting.
Something about those white Iowa guys.
You guys,
tight end wise, great.
It's coming.
Hey, and Cooper.
Oh yeah, the defense.
Riley Moss has played really well too for Denver.
Yeah,
he's from Iowa as well.
A bunch of guys stepped up in that defense this year.
Yeah. We'll move on to the Rodgers to the Giants rumors that are swirling right now. I am probably in the few that think Dable could actually do some work with Raj.
I mean, neighbors too.
Neighbors, Raj, Wandale,
Tyrone Tracy. Be a good offense.
Yeah.
Until
that
you
offensive line.
Yep, that's where I was going. It's going to be a repeat of the freaking Jets, man, unless they sign somebody or that was my problem with Rodgers going to the Jets. I'm like, he's old and slow. They don't have a line. When everybody keeps comparing, or he keeps trying to do what Brady did, but what did Brady do? He went to one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. Like, it's not rocket science, man. I don't know what the heck the Giants are doing.
That's a very good point.
Brady also did something no quarterback seems to want to do, and that is take a massive pay cut to let your team build around.
All you got to do is get cheated by Giselle. She was the breadwinner for a while, so
yeah, the divorce works out. Probably worked out in his favor.
I mean, how many Super Bowls? 5, 6?
7?
Bro, Fox is paying him $300 million over 10 years. Trust me. Whatever he got in that divorce, it doesn't really matter. Fox is paying him $30 million a year to do subpar broadcasting.
Wow. I know the owner of the Raiders too.
Average.
He's cashing in with the Raiders also.
But back to Rodgers, I don't know what the Giants are doing here. I can see them doing it, but unless I don't even know, because everybody needs deep offensive line help.
If you're Rodgers, wouldn't you rather mess around and see if they're going to give Stafford $50 million, and then if you're Rodgers, you want to go to the Rams, right?
See, and That's what I was gonna
That's
say.
another one.
All these quarterbacks moving around.
Stafford re-signed today.
Play for.
Stafford re-signed today.
What?
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he actually?
Yeah. I will
did
look
not
it up,
know
but
that.
he. Mm-hmm.
Because I was gonna say, like, I think the biggest domino, like Sawyer said, is Stafford first. Wherever Stafford goes is what the next quarterbacks are doing.
He is correct. That was my next topic. He restructured to stay put.
Well, he's with the Rams, I guess.
All right, so now if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm gonna retire.
Because you're smart.
Yeah,
you're
the rest of the teams, like, unless you end up in Minnesota somehow. But
Raiders?
No.
Raiders.
What didn't they announce that they're looking at Russell Wilson, Sam Bradford?
They were looking at Stafford. They were really looking at Stafford.
Well, I mean, that was why Jordan Schultz and Ian Rappaport got in a tussle.
Yeah,
that's it was like a total like source off too. Did you hear about that? It was like my source said this, my source said that.
Well, it was from what I heard, it was because it was like a minor detail. One said that they met there, and another guy said that they randomly met there. Another guy said that Tom Brady invited him, and apparently this like resort in Montana is like the elite of the elite to get into. So yeah, you just don't run into people.
Yeah,
but allegedly, according to PMT, Ian Rappaport said that he reported it to the NFL. Ian Rappaport said that he didn't report it to the NFL. So I don't know who's lying here, but
probably everybody. It's usually everybody.
It was a big deal. And it happened at a Starbucks. I don't know if you guys know. Yeah, Jordan Schultz's dad is an executive for Starbucks. So
it's Starbucks.
I will say that was a hilarious part of my take, skit, if you will, I guess, because like PFT wasn't like PFT there or something like that. Like PFT, like kind of
saw. Yeah, they were there
after it or something.
Yeah.
We got to figure out how much he got paid. I'm trying to figure out how much Stafford got paid.
Oh, I was gonna say, do we got any other NFL stuff we would like to touch on here, or
Darnold to the Raiders and Rodgers to Minnesota, fulfilling Brett Favre's legacy? Is that what's gonna happen?
No.
I'll tell you where Rodgers is going. He's gonna take his happy ass to Tennessee, get paid $25 million to be a bridge quarterback, and just suck.
Wow,
but get paid $25 million to do it.
I don't
think it's a money thing for him. I think it's like he wants to prove something.
Yeah,
he's got a chip.
I can see him going to Minnesota before anything.
Offense, I'm telling you that.
I don't think Minnesota wants him. I think Minnesota would rather have Darnold.
No,
that's my favorite story. I would love if that happened, but I don't think.
I would hate it happen, but I think it would be funny.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious.
Will, any update on that Stafford numbers?
No, I just started talking to you guys. I think we should just move on from Stafford.
Okay, all right. Any other NFL stuff we want to talk about?
Where are we at with Debo and Cooper Kupp?
I saw Debo to the Texans today.
I've seen Debo to the Texans a lot lately,
which kind of makes sense to me.
If it's a low,
I actually saw that and was like, that makes sense.
What happens with Diggs then?
That's the other thing is because apparently we're also in talks with Diggs, so I don't know. I would rather have Diggs than Debo, I think, is where I
also you're without
Tank Dell's not gonna be there.
So makes sense. They have that hole.
Tank Dell.
That'd be a scary core though. I mean, if they get two of those three guys. Nico's just a stud.
Yeah, Nico's the wide receiver one. So yeah, if we're talking about Debo Samuel or Stephon Diggs is our number two, I'm happy either way. So there's still we need like depth wide receivers. That's what we need.
Yeah, health is still going to be a problem there.
Well, Tank Dell's not going to play next year. He might.
Well, I'm talking Debo or Diggs even too.
Yeah, that's true. Diggs historically has been healthy until this past year, but yeah, I mean, obviously he's getting older. He's coming off an injury. He might not be the same guy.
I'm just reiterating your depth thing. Like, you still want the depth.
Biggest mistake the Texans ever made Noah Brown. I'll never get over that one. But
yeah,
Yeah,
even
Debo's
Debo
hurt.
plays through injury. He plays through injury a lot, though. As someone who's an NFC West fiend, Debo plays through a lot of injuries. So I wouldn't worry too much about the Debo health on that front. In the terms, it depends on what you got to give up for him. But
true,
Of course.
I heard late round. I heard like
I don't think it'll be much. Like San Fran needs to get rid of him.
Yep. So I'm looking at the Bleacher Report. They brought out the betting odds for different players, and they have Aaron Rodgers. Best odds are to the Indianapolis Colts. Second is Pittsburgh Steelers.
No way.
Third is
the Steelers
Minnesota
one
Vikings. The Titans are fourth. They're all
Steelers doesn't surprise me.
The next one is Myles Garrett. What do you guys think? This one's scary because I do not want this to happen.
Philly. It's Philly.
Yeah.
I think that's going to happen.
What do you think they'd give up? I would if I'm the Browns, I'm asking for one of those interior linemen. Plus picks.
There's no way
they'll give up
them.
They'll give up Jordan Davis in a heartbeat.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't want Davis, but
yeah, they're not going to get Carter.
But why not? It's Myles Garrett.
They'll give up draft capital before they give up Carter.
I think it'll end up being draft capital, but if I'm the Browns, that's what I'm doing. 2 firsts. The second one I'd hate even more. It's Buffalo.
I saw that.
Still doesn't.
I hope it's the Eagles before that. Yeah, they're never going to win anything, but you don't have to.
You know, the only reason the Eagles are in on that is because
I deal with them once every year.
Twice.
You know,
maybe
the only reason
the division once I wouldn't have to.
I would love that. I would love that. It's rough.
You know, the only reason the Eagles are in on that is because they don't want the Commanders to get them. Otherwise, the Commanders probably be the lead for that. You know how much cap space the Commanders have?
The most.
I don't even see the Commanders. I don't even see the Commanders here, dude.
Commanders are in the exact spot we were in last year. I mean, it's a little better because they made it around further. But like they're like, okay, we got the young quarterback, and now we got a ton of cap space.
They got $90 million cap,
and it's whatever.
That's probably more now.
Whatever their over/under wins is next year, take the under. Things always regress to the mean.
Yeah, it's just the second year. So the next one is Cooper Kupp, and that one's Commanders and Patriots.
I don't know that I really care where he goes. He did not play well this year.
I want Cooper Kupp. That's who I want. I don't want to give anything. I just want to have him.
That would be a great number two, or even 3.
Houston's like 6th.
And our new offensive coordinator he was with the Rams. He was the tight end coach the last 3 or 4 years. I want Cooper Kupp. That's who I want.
Yeah, that's. I like that actually. Kind of like that for you a lot.
Odds. The 9th best odds are for the Texans.
What are the top 3? It was Commanders,
Washington, New England, and KC.
He'd be good in Washington too.
I think Case. Yeah. I could see
any
KC.
receiver. Low key, if Tyreek gets traded, I think it'll be to Washington. I don't think it'll happen. Debo, and so Pittsburgh, LA, Denver, and Baltimore.
They won't trade him in division. I can't believe the Texans aren't on that list.
Oh, it's Baltimore? The Chargers. The Chargers. Oh, the Texans are 8th. 8th best.
I guess Baltimore makes sense because they could line him up at running back if he's willing to do it. And him and Lamar in a backfield is him. Imagine Lamar and Derrick Henry in a full house formation. Fuck that. I don't want to see that ever.
Yeah. That was the last one.
That was the last one?
Yeah.
All right. Let's transition to some NBA. We are going to jump into the NBA standings right away, as you will see on the screen here that I had pulled up. We'll start in the East because the East is the East.
The least.
Let's start at the bottom like we did last time. Let's start at. Let's go 7, 8, 9, 10, and where we think
exactly what
will
you
end
see.
I think it's gonna stay exactly what you see on the screen here.
Do you?
I do. With Joel being hurt now the rest of the year, Sixers are.
Oh yeah. Let's touch on that real quick too. Joel Embiid is out the year. Shocker to nobody.
That guy's
his career in Philly's done.
Walking ambulance. Huh?
He needs to retire.
Do you think his career in Philly's done?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
definitely.
His career's not done. Someone will take that god awful contract, and
because he's gonna be out to at least he's not gonna be ready for the beginning of the season. It's Joel Embiid.
That someone is Phoenix. Yeah,
if Jimmy went there, I could have seen it.
No, it's Bradley Beal. It's Bradley.
I think KD. I don't think KD. I think KD's gone unless they try to flip him and KD. But why would you do that?
No, I think they try and flip. I think it's Beal.
Why would you do that if you're the Sixers?
Because they don't have a choice. Beal and picks.
I'd rather have Embiid before I get.
You got to, bro. You got to make the contract. You got to make the contracts match. There's only like a handful of players in the league you can make the contracts match with for him, and Phoenix is one of them with Beal.
Yeah, I just don't know why you do that if you're Phoenix. But back to the standings. All right, so. Are we all in agreement that we're just going to leave it where it's at?
I think so.
The only team I could see slipping out of the top 6 is Indiana.
They have a really easy schedule down the stretch.
But they're the only ones because all the other the top 6 are the best 6 teams in the East. I think.
I was gonna say the top 6 pretty much solidified.
So you're willing to trust the Pistons already, just because it's fun.
No,
they're winning a lot of games, man. They're winning a lot of games.
Are they that good?
I like Cade.
I like Cade a lot. I've always liked
top 6 in the East. Good, sure. They're gonna get dog walked by the Knicks, but
that's actually a tough matchup for the Knicks.
I already told you the Knicks. What did I say earlier? I said the Knicks were out the first round. I
agree.
I know, but
I don't think that's a hot take. I agree.
In this situation, though, Josh, like you got the Pistons have no playoff experience. Their best player has no playoff experience.
They have no playoff experience, but Cat.
Malik Beasley's there. He lost in the first round last year, and a bunch of other different times.
Cat's a notorious playoff choker.
Yeah, he's been awful.
They made the Western Conference Finals last year.
No,
what are you talking about?
Defensively, he's been awful this year. I think he's going to get picked on in the playoffs.
Don't even get me started on the whole defensive thing. Fucking Rudy Gobert, 2-7. Oh. You know what? I ain't even going to give that guy the justification of saying his name. He's 2-7. I'm not even doing this. I'm sick.
NBA DPOY.
I'm sick of 2-7. I'm sick of anything he brings in the playoffs. He's garbage. I don't want to hear it. 2-7. This podcast refers to him as 2-7.
You do. I respect Rudy Gobert.
I do not. He's awful. He's a
2-7.
He's a terrible defensive player.
I'm gonna have to go back and beep out that name in editing because you're swearing on this podcast.
Says the exact opposite of what you're saying.
Just
until the playoffs start.
Participation. He just got to get
the awards for. It's for the regular season. I don't know what to tell you.
2-7's a joke. I got nothing else to say. All right, let's get going with this. So the 10-9 game would be Bulls-Hawks. I like the Hawks even without Johnson.
I can say that I definitely wouldn't watch this game.
That's what I was thinking.
But I'll take the Bulls.
Are you taking the Bulls?
I'm with the Bulls.
I like the Hawks.
I'll take the Hawks too.
All right, so we got 3-1. Magic Heat in a Battle of Florida. And this is interesting. we were talking about this before we got on. Orlando's really not playing well.
Plus, Suggs is out.
Is he out the year?
Yep.
Would both teams be trying to lose this game?
Yes.
The Celtics are the 2 seed and the Cavs are the 1?
Yeah.
Yes, it makes sense.
I'm still going to take the Magic.
I think the Heat beat them, unfortunately. But
I'll take the Magic because I think the Heat take it slow and lose on purpose.
I would love Cooper. I would love better off for Cooper, but I still think the Heat beat him.
Josh?
I'm gonna take the Magic only due to Will's comment on Sunday saying that I did see Will at the Bucks game on Sunday, and he told me straight up that they like to choke away in the fourth quarter every game, So I'm gonna say that
this whole season.
I'm gonna say that the Heat are gonna win 3 quarters and lose to the Magic in the fourth because that was per Will's words on Sunday.
Let's mind you,
dude. They're like 4-16 in the fourth quarter, like with leads going into the fourth quarter. It's awful. This season has just been from hell.
Let's mind you that Pablo Banchero and Wagner are both coming off.
Did you say Pablo?
Yeah, he said
no.
Pablo.
I said sorry, Paulo.
Replay.
Paulo Banchero and Wagner are both coming off the same exact injury, and one slip up for one of those two, and that Magic team is definitely not winning that game. If one of those two is like done the rest of the year, re-aggravates that injury, I don't know, man. Magic might be in some trouble, but we'll go Magic. So that leaves us with Heat Hawks for the 8 seed.
I just watched them both play, and I saw where the Heat get blown out one game, and then coming off a back-to-back, I'll give them that, and then blow them out the next day. So
I got
taking the Heat, but it's a coin
I do too.
I'll take Spoelstra.
Yeah. I'll go for Miami.
All right, so that leaves us Cavs Heat in the 1-8, Celtics Magic in the 2-7. Before we get in 3 through 6, do we see any of that changing, or do we like where that is right now?
I don't like the Knicks ever.
You think they fall out of the 3 seed though?
No, they got a 5-game lead.
4.5 game lead. 4.5, 5 game lead.
The Bucks and Pacers maybe flip flop, but either way,
that does. Yeah, in the end, that don't matter. Yeah.
I would honestly. I will say I wouldn't be 100% surprised if the Pistons pass the Bucks. Bucks have a tough schedule down the stretch.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't be surprised either.
So, for the sake of this argument, do we want to flip the Bucks and the Pistons, or do we want to leave it as is?
Let's keep it as is. I think the most likely outcome is what it is.
Okay. So we got Pistons, Knicks, and Pacers, Bucks. So we'll start.
Before we move on.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at the schedule. The Pistons have a pretty easy schedule, but then they played the Bucks twice to end the season, so that could be some
meaningful games. I think they will be meaningful
games. Yeah. But they play Washington twice, so there's that.
2 wins. That's what we call Washington twice on the schedule.
Shout out K-Mid. Cavs, Heat, round 1. I'm sorry, Will. Cavs.
I'm taking the Heat, but that's because I'm a homer.
Do the Cavs have the best 4 players on the floor?
No. Tyler's up there. Tyler's been very good.
Garland, Mitchell, Mobley, and who? Hunter?
He's better than Garland. He's easily better than Garland.
I think Hero. I don't know about that. I don't. Hero's definitely better than Hunter. I'll give you that.
He's better than Garland. This is a terrible conversation. He's better than Garland.
A lot of
slander. The slander coming right now.
Player on the team. Jeremy Grant.
He's definitely not better than Mobley and Mitchell, but he's better than Garland.
Okay. I disagree, but either way, Cavs.
Yeah, I'm still going Cavs.
All right. We got Celts Magic. The Magic, if they can stay healthy, that is a really tough matchup for the Celts.
That's probably exactly who the Celtics wouldn't want to play in the first round.
Ask Bill Simmons. Yeah, he does not want anything to do with the Magic in the first round.
Are the Magic healthy and can they hit threes? And I don't think either of those will be true. So I'm taking the Celtics as much as it hurts.
Yeah, it's Celts.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this could be like 6 games instead of 5.
I hope so. I hope the worst. I hope the worst for Boston. So I hope so. I hope it's 7. But I don't. I think they're just gonna shoot him out the gym. I hate to admit it, but I like Orlando. I like Orlando's the way that the team was built.
Is there anything more upsetting than Peyton Pritchard being actually good?
Ugh.
I don't think anything makes me more angry on like a day-to-day basis.
Dude's got such a punchable face. I hate him.
He really does. I hate him. And it's the worst because he plays in Boston. If he played anywhere else,
it'd be fine.
Because he's like a really hard-nosed player, but he's like the perfect player for Boston. That's why I hate it.
If he was a Buck, he'd be my favorite player. But
yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we go with this one. I can already tell it's about to get pretentious, so buckle in. You got Knicks Pistons.
No.
Knicks in 7.
Knicks.
Knicks. I'm a Knicks hater, and I think they're losing in the first round, so I'm gonna stick by it. Pistons.
Hell yeah.
Cade taking over. They got nobody.
I should have brought this up before. Do we have a better tiebreaker than who's higher in the standings? Because we're 2-2 here. So
coin flip. I don't know.
All right. Anyone got a coin?
I say we leave it up to debate. Josh or Will got to sway me. I think that's what it should be left up to.
I agree.
My only argument
is going to beat the Knicks because they're bigger. That's the
correct. No, I just think that they're gonna put Cat in a pick and roll, and they're just gonna pick on him because they're gonna go drop, and Cade is gonna kill him. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I just think it's 1 year too early for Cade. Like I think this is Cade's like, all right, I'm in the playoffs. Like he's gonna play well, but I think when it gets to nut cutting time, I trust Jalen Brunson way more than I trust Cade Cunningham right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you're expecting Tibbs. Tibbs has these guys worn out. He's gonna have them worn out, and Cade is gonna be young. The Detroit's coming in playing young, and I really think they're gonna put Cat and drop all day, and I think Cade's gonna kill him. That's my prediction. So that's
Detroit.
If you don't like the argument, that's all I got.
I also don't. But I also don't trust Beasley in a playoff series. Go ahead, Josh.
I'll give you that.
I was just going to keep it simple. My only argument is that I never buy the Knicks until they prove me wrong. So just
I mean, they're not going to win a championship, but we're talking about
the first round.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They get out of the first round all the time.
Out of the first round.
The Knicks play in New York, and they're going to
literally the last 2 years he's gotten out of the first round.
I ain't saying I love it because the Knicks are probably still going to win that series. And I'm just going to talk myself into it.
So the Knicks are moving on. Josh just admitted it.
Thank you, Josh.
But I still don't buy the Knicks. I just don't.
I don't buy him as a championship contender, but Jalen Brunson is a winner. And on that floor of 10 guys, Jalen Brunson will be the one I trust a million times more than the second guy.
Exactly.
He's too small to win in the playoffs.
And Mikal Bridges will probably be second.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say as well.
Detroit's young. They got nothing to lose. Why not take them? Why not a hard-nosed series?
Tibbs going to wear them out.
Yeah, I said Knicks in 7. I think it's Knicks in 7. I think it's a really good series.
I don't
eventually Jalen Brunson.
I think it would be the best series of the first round.
Yep.
It could be the best series of the first round.
I don't disagree with that at all.
In the East.
All right, so we're going Knicks. Pacers, Bucks.
Bucks and
Fuck
6.
them front runners.
Yeah,
no
I don't
way.
like the
No
Pacers.
way we lose to them.
Maybe Bucks.
They don't play a lick of defense. I mean, the Bucks don't either. It'll be a lot of points. Riding the overs.
Unless Giannis and Dame are hurt, it's Bucks. I don't think it's a question.
Yeah,
I'm taking the over every game.
Two best players on the court in that series for the whole series, as long as they're healthy. Just give me the Bucks.
I'll say it. Fucking Kuzma's been playing pretty well. Halliburton's kind of hit and miss here. Are we sure?
That's the.
Are we sure that we trust Halliburton more than Kuzma right now?
Write it
Kuzma,
down. That's the end.
I'm just saying. Are we sure?
I am.
Kuzma's been a decent.
I love
surprise.
Kyle Kuzma, but
he's been a decent surprise. Like you could tell, like when he's on the floor, like the defense actually picks up, which is a surprising change.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, we're bigger.
We're much bigger.
He's been a good fit.
Basketball's a simple game. You want to be big.
All right, so we got the Bucks.
Yeah, that wasn't even going to be an argument.
Let's go Knicks, Celtics. It's Knicks.
Celtics.
Or Celtics.
Celtics.
Sorry. Misspoke on that one.
That's disgusting.
Knicks will take a couple games.
The next one can't even. I don't even think they're gonna make it here. So move on.
Celtics in 6.
Cavs, Bucks. I kind of like what I'm seeing from the Bucks. I just don't know. I kind of feel the Cavs here. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going Bucks. I think if Dame and Giannis are healthy, I feel like we can beat them.
Players on the floor, right?
Yeah. I feel like we can beat them.
Donovan Mitchell better than Damian Lillard
this year? Yeah.
This year. Probably this year.
Can he beat that in the playoffs? I don't know. He hasn't done it yet. He did it one season, but this season he's been better. I just don't think I don't know. He hasn't done it in the playoffs better than Dame. Yeah, I can see going 7. So the only thing that I'll let Josh go. I'll see if I'm the tiebreaker. I want to see what Josh has to say.
I was gonna say Bucks. But that's my homer pick.
They're going homer. All homer on me. So a couple podcasts ago, we picked up the
Cavs.
The Cavs to go all the way. So I ask, what's changed? What's changed?
I think the Bucks are actually. I needed to see them turn it on and show a little bit more defensively, and they have.
I like where we're at right now.
I do
too. I actually really do too. That Denver win last night. Denver win last night was big.
I like how when I'm watching Bucks, we look big, and I'm like, oh, this reminds me of the team we won a championship with. Like we look big on the floor.
Yeah.
I buy that. I mean,
I ain't saying we're gonna win, but this is like starting to kind of get 2021 vibes. Not saying we're gonna go to the finals, but the vibes are kind of.
Don't forget, we'll get BP back in the playoffs as well.
Do I want him back?
I do
for the offense.
I don't know.
Half-court set.
Yeah, that's what I hate. Is I feel like since he's been out, we haven't been like, all right, now let's get into our half court set here and throw our dump in pass into Bobby Portis and see what he's going to do.
Bobby doesn't work out
in a series though. He can get you 30.
I love Bobby Portis. I'm not going to say anything bad about him. It's just we've been playing faster without him, which I like.
We have been.
Like our bench unit plays fast, which is good, I think.
Do we trust Jericho Sims in the playoffs?
No,
Jericho Sims is terrible.
He's not playing. You're gonna.
That's why Bobby.
That's where you want Bobby. Is what I'm saying, though.
Who's your top 7 or 8?
Okay, we're only playing 7 guys in the playoffs, I think.
Yeah, who's your top 7? It has to be just Trent and Porter, or is it going to be Bobby?
Oh, Bobby?
I don't know. It might be 8. It might be 8. Evan Porter's playing pretty well.
Porter's playing. It's AJ Green. It's Ajax.
No, Ajax. I don't know anymore, dude.
Ajax will play.
He'll play.
I don't say a lot, but
I think he plays depending on the series.
Yeah, it could be one of those, like kind of like what we saw with Bobby in 2021, where there's one series he doesn't play at all, and there's another series where he's playing 25 minutes a night.
Yeah.
I could see Ajax not playing in that Pacers series at all because we need to score more. And then I could see him playing a significant amount in this Cavs series for defensive purposes.
For defense.
You guard Donovan Mitchell for 15 to 20 minutes.
But I mean, Cavs got a good offense too.
They do. I'm not saying this is
But
Bucks by like an
Does
overwhelming.
Evan Mobley
anything.
translate to the playoffs? His offensive
That's-
game.
we have yet to see, but he's extremely talented.
He's extremely talented, but I don't know if he scores 20 a game in the playoffs.
Does he need to? Mitchell can go off at
can
any
go
point.
Mitchell plays well in the playoffs. I think that's like you can't like his teams haven't gone on great runs, but Donovan Mitchell has always played well in the playoffs.
And let us not forget too, Kyle Kuzma is a champion. He's got that championship. He's got
he isn't.
I like
Bubble
DeAndre
count.
Hunter. I like DeAndre Hunter's fit in the Cavs. I think the Cavs can match up really well against the Bucks. I think it'll go 7. I don't know. I think it's a coin flip. I'm gonna lose either way, but
yeah,
I know
it'll be a very good series.
So it's Celts Bucks. I gotta go Celts.
It is.
I'm going Milwaukee, but that's because I hate the Celtics.
I love that for us, but I hate the Celtics, and we're not good enough to beat the Celtics. I just hate to say it.
We're big enough finally.
All right. Yeah. So let me use your arguments against you guys. Who has the best 2 players on the court?
That's true. That is.
Jaylen Brown might be better than Damian Lillard.
I agree. I'll give you that. I don't think. No. He's the 4th.
He's 4 for sure.
Yeah. But then I think the Celtics had the rest.
Yeah. No. Agreed. That's the problem with the Celtics.
He's got to be up there.
No, Pritchard is better.
Pritchard,
yeah.
No,
yeah, and I think Porzingis is better.
I'll give you Porzingis.
Hauser better.
White for sure. White for
Sam
sure.
Hauser better too.
No.
Oh, are you sure?
No. I mean the next 4 are Boston.
Oh my God, the Marquette in you right now is unbearable.
He went to Virginia.
Yeah, but she still played at Marquette.
When? I don't remember that.
No, yeah, because you got dog walked by John Morant the first round. That's why you don't remember that.
I remember him being a really bad wing defender. That's what I remember.
All right.
I don't know. That's what I'm hearing.
We're gonna move over
the West.
Yep, we're gonna move over to the West. All right, we're gonna move over to the Western Conference now. I managed to. There it is. Can everyone all good?
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. Okay. So, do we see anything changing at the bottom of the West?
Well, I think the Kings end up in 12th out of this.
You think the Blazers jump them?
I do. I like how the Blazers are playing right now. Not enough to be better than the Suns, but I think we swap the Kings and the Suns.
I'm okay with that.
They've been playing really well.
Well, now I got
the moves up.
Well, now I got the Mavericks question too, because what the hell's going on with AD?
Kyrie will keep them in 10.
You think Kyrie keeps them in?
I think
top
so.
10, yeah. Because I don't think the Blazers will jump up that high.
No, I don't either.
Do we see anything else changing?
Yeah, I think Golden State goes up to at least 6.
I was just about to say, I think Golden State goes up. I think they at least pass the Clippers.
Okay, so we got Golden State at 6. So that moves the Clippers to the play-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think
we all on board with that.
I'm on board with that.
All right. So that leaves our play-in at Clippers versus Timberwolves and Mavericks versus Suns. Now, I was Team Mavericks before. We had the Mavericks making a run. And this was right after the Luka trade. We had the Mavericks making quite a run.
I still think the Mavericks win this one.
I don't.
Oh, no, it's the Suns. Mavericks, Suns, right? Never mind.
Yeah, I don't because
Never mind.
I don't
Suns.
trust AD's health.
Yeah, Suns. Well, if AD's comes back full health, which I don't know if he does.
Yeah, I don't trust that though. So Suns.
Mavericks, Suns.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Josh.
I'm so with like the AD thing. Like, is it AD healthy? I would pick the Mavericks, but AD not healthy, I pick the Suns. I mean, that's
because it's not just AD either. It's like Gafford and
Gafford. Actually,
All right,
all their bigs hurt.
Yep.
Yeah, PJ Washington. Yeah.
PJ Washington's hurt too. Yeah.
We'll go Suns.
We'll
go Suns.
I'm gonna go Suns.
Yeah, we'll go Suns.
I go Mavericks regardless, though. Kyrie Irving.
Will you at Suns?
Outnumbered anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then we got Clippers, Timberwolves in the 7-8. I like the T-Wolves.
Yeah, I like Ant.
I just trust Ant. Even though 2-7 shouldn't even be on the floor in that series.
Rudy Gobert.
We saw what happened we saw what happened last time the Clippers played 2-7 in the playoffs.
Ant will be the best player in the court.
Ty Lue ran that man's ass right off the court.
Naz Reid will be there too. Timberwolves.
Yeah, I still got the T-Wolves, even though 2-7's there. All right, so that leaves us with Suns.
Suns Clippers.
Yeah, Suns Clippers.
That's fun.
That one is fun.
A lot of old heads.
Yep.
So many old heads. And a ridiculous amount of old heads in that game.
I'm going to go Suns. I like KD. I like KD in that.
I actually kind of like the Clips.
I like the Clippers too.
Because I think Kawhi's actually going to be healthy.
I just think the Clippers are a good team.
Yeah.
They're solid. I don't think they're great. They're solid. Yeah.
All right. I'll be the outlier in this one. I got Suns.
All right. So we got Clips as the 8 seed and Wolves as the 7 seed. So we got Thunder, Wolves. Oh, hell. That's
going to be fun.
No. I'm sorry. We got Thunder Clips. Thunder Clips.
Oh.
SGA enacts revenge on his old team.
Yeah, that'll be done in
OKC.
5 or 6.
Okay, so
yeah.
Now, Grizz Wolves is a fun one.
We might see a fight that one. If the NBA still fought, that would have been that could have been. But Memphis is just better. But
yeah,
Memphis
has got the people to run 2-7 straight out that closing 5.
Big
I got
Memphis.
Memphis.
You hate Rudy Gobert? Just curious.
You mean 2-7? Yeah. I hate
this
2-7.
series could go either way, I think, though. This is the first
I do too.
I really don't know.
I like
as much as
I'll say it.
I think I like
Anthony
the
Edwards
T-Wolves
is the best player on the floor.
Yep, agreed.
I love Ant. Future Heat.
Yeah, I was just about to say, as much as I hate 2-7, I do love Ant.
You think after Ant's arrival, he's bowing out in the first round, just like that? Can't win without Cat? Is that what you're trying to say?
He just doesn't want to be in Minnesota.
That's a Miami narrative, if I've ever heard that.
That's all we got.
There's no reason to think that.
No, fuck 2-7. They need to get 2-7's ass out of there. Once they get,
and that's what I'm hoping they choose him over Ant.
Could you imagine if they chose 2-7 over Ant? Oh,
they did it once with Cat.
So we got the T-Wolves here, then I guess, right?
Yeah.
Because all three.
It's a toss up, but yeah, I like Ant. It's a toss up. I can see it go either way. Definitely 7.
I'm okay with it. 3-6 would then be Nuggets Warriors. Holy hell, is that a good first round matchup?
That's an insane first round series.
Yeah. That's got no
who
right
guards,
to be
who guards Jokic?
Series.
That's the only thing that I question here.
Kevon Looney.
The corpse of Kevon Looney.
Milwaukee boy.
That's it. They don't got anybody. They're weak up front because I don't think Draymond can hold his jockstrap.
I got to go Denver. I think Jokic is just too much.
But what if Jimmy turns into prime Michael Jordan?
right? And then you got Steph. Steph
Like,
just went up for 50.
I will not be sad if you guys say Golden State. I just personally am going Denver.
It would be better for me if Denver wins. I just don't think Denver is that good this year. And that's why I got the Warriors.
Sawyer, it sounds like you're Warriors.
I don't know. I honestly have zero idea.
This is a real toss.
The Warriors have looked good. They just haven't beat anybody yet. And I think that'll cement it for me. I just don't think that the Denver is great this year.
I don't know.
I'll put in my pick, and I think I'm actually going to go Warriors. Jimmy, don't doubt Jimmy in the playoffs, man.
So Sawyer, if you're a toss-up, might as well just go Warriors.
I guess we go Jimmy Butler the third.
Okay. So then Lakers Rockets. That's a fun series too, but
Lakers.
LA. Yeah.
I like the Lakers in 4 there.
It's early. I think next year we might have a different conversation if Houston makes some moves. I like what Ime is building over there, but yeah, it's definitely the Lakers.
I like Sengun. I don't know if I like the rest of the Rockets as much as other people do.
I can see the doubters. I like the talent.
It's too early for.
I don't know if they got the. They don't got it.
He's a good coach.
These guys are still young.
Good player. The rest of it, meh.
All right, so we got the Lakers.
Yeah.
Which leads us to Timberwolves, Warriors.
Again, just another.
Is Ant the best player in the court? I don't know.
Ant is once again the best player on the floor, I think. Unless Jimmy Butler's Michael Jordan at this time.
Or Steph, dude. Steph just went out for 50.
See, here's the thing.
Steph in the playoffs, you got Jimmy. But Jimmy hasn't had to do much yet. And I want to see what if Steph's having a bad game, can Jimmy carry them? Because that's what's going to make the difference.
See, here's the thing.
The Warriors are not a deep team either. So that's why I'm leaning Minnesota. But
that's what I was going to say. Is 2-7 can actually stay on the floor in this series.
He can.
Because
Kevin take him off.
Kevin Looney ain't going to stretch him. So
unless they put him on pick and roll all day,
I mean they could, but I still think they would have enough.
That series,
they do.
The Warriors can go small in that series.
Yeah,
they could,
and I think that's what'll hurt him a lot.
I like the Warriors here.
I think I do too. I like the Warriors also.
Yeah, I'm a coin flip, so I'll go Warriors.
The West is so crazy.
Yeah,
so many good.
Yeah, we could just be wrong, and it wouldn't be surprised. Like
if we got every single one wrong, I wouldn't even feel bad about it.
Yep.
Lakers Thunder. That's kind of fun too.
Thunder. Lakers are they're not deep.
Boy, I actually kind of like the Lakers. I think Bron goes on one last run here.
He can't do it by himself.
He's got Luka. What the fuck do you mean he can't do it by himself?
Player on his team.
Luka's gonna get picked on all day on defense, man. That's like, especially against the Thunder. Shea's gonna eat him for breakfast.
He got out of the West last year. He got out of the West last year.
But he doesn't have as good of a team. He has LeBron.
I would argue the exact opposite. I would argue he's got a better team.
You're saying Kyrie is not – you saying LeBron's better than Kyrie right now?
I don't necessarily think the LeBron-Kyrie comparison is where I say
who's the Lakers center? Who's the Lakers center? Who's going to guard Chet?
That's assuming Chet's healthy.
Okay, what's his name? The German white guy who's not even white. Hajestein is going to kill him. They have no size. They have no size. Like, then who's going to guard Shea?
Like, the German white guy is not even white.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. No, he is German. And then his dad's black. Zach Hajestein. No, isn't
I like the Lakers.
It's OKC, and you guys are wrong.
I like OKC. I think I would probably pick the Luka Doncic team if it didn't have the Lakers logo next to it because I love Luka. But I'm trying to still transition into my hatred of Luka that I have to start now because he's a Laker. So I'm gonna go OKC for that reason. Otherwise, I'd pick Luka because he'll be the best player.
I mean, yeah, Luka's the best player, but I think OKC is just so fast too. Like,
good team speed. Kason Wallace, one of my favorite players.
Bro, they go 1 through 8. They're well built team.
Yeah,
Thunder.
Built, that's a...
Thunder Warriors.
Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder.
I would argue in this one, I think it's closer than the Lakers matchup, but I still think Thunder.
All right, so we got Thunder Celts in the finals, which is, I believe, no, we had Cavs.
We had
Thunder
Cavs
in the last one.
Yeah, we had Cavs.
I'll go OKC.
I'm never picking Boston, so sucks for Boston fans. Nobody watches it anyway.
I would be
surprised if a Boston fan watches this, but I'm never picking Boston.
Now that we officially confirmed that it would be OKC's official first title, not bringing in Seattle's, I'm gonna go OKC to get there first.
That would be awesome.
Well, my vote doesn't count, so I guess we're going OKC.
The
Celtics would win that series, though.
I hate.
How so?
The
experience
after Shea, the Celtics have 2 through 6.
I like Jalen Williams, man.
Yeah, Jalen Williams has an argument for
played that well in the playoffs, though.
And I think Chet will play, and I think he'll play
better than
well.
Porzingis.
Yes,
you think so?
Because I think Porzingis will be hurt.
All right,
and then Horford is finally will fall apart. Finally, we'll see.
I've been banking on that for 5 years.
That's why I said finally.
So we got OKC as our champion, and we are going to take a little break right here before we go into some college basketball talk. And we are back. We are brought to you by New Heights Home Solutions. They offer window cleaning, gutter cleaning, power washing, and holiday lighting in the Madison Sun Prairie area. Look them up on Facebook. They're New Heights Home Solution. And one of my coworkers runs this business, and he's a very, very trustworthy dude. So, give him a call if you need any of those services done for you. We're going to go and do some college basketball now. I have on the screen the last four in the first four where we're going to start here. We are going to switch Georgia and Texas because we believe that Georgia is better than Texas, has a better resume, better wins.
They beat Florida.
So they also beat Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
So the first game we have is Southern versus American. And I think we rolled with American because this is America. Last time.
America.
So
honestly, it's two great brands, good logos all around, but we'll go American because America.
Before we move on to the next one, Texas and Georgia play tomorrow. That'll be a good game.
Oh, there you
go.
Good info, Will. That's very good info. Where's that game, Will? Do you know?
It's at Texas.
Ooh, that'd be a big road win for Georgia. But we're going to put them in here now anyway. So we got Ohio State, Georgia.
I like
them dogs.
I like Georgia. Austin Newell. Just Georgia's length, I think, can overwhelm Ohio State.
Yeah. I agree.
Length plays.
SEC.
I'm going to go with you guys. SEC.
God, them dogs. Oklahoma, Indiana. I actually like Indiana here because I don't think Oklahoma's all that good, to be honest with you. And
like,
Indiana has the talent.
I think they do have good talent, and I think it's just Mike Woodson retirement party.
Yep.
Maybe he
Mike Woodson retirement tour.
What happens if they go to the Sweet 16? Does he unretire?
No way.
I think he's gone, man.
He has to be old as dirt because he was old when he.
No, it's got nothing to do with him being old, Will. It's got everything to do with him having I believe it's the second highest paid roster in college basketball this year. They're on the bubble.
Wild.
Probably shouldn't even be crazy. In the tournament. And the NIL money. Yeah.
I think
Indiana has all the resources in the world.
I think
to
they
be a top
lose.
program.
I think they lose at Washington tomorrow, and then we don't have to talk about them anymore. I think that's what happens.
A bold take, but we got Indiana moving on for the sake of this project. We got Marist for Southeast Missouri State.
I've always liked Marist.
Yep, Marist. I was just about to say, I don't know why, but I like Marist.
Recognizable name. I've seen a college basketball video game once or something.
Was that the team that had their like manager or whatever like bumping and grinding in the locker room?
No, that's McNeese State.
Oh, that's McNeese. Yeah, you're right. Okay, never mind.
Hugo.
The Battle of the Red Animals. Do I like a hawk or do I like a fox?
I like the fox logo personally.
Yeah, we like the fox too.
Also, low key, supposedly their EA and 2K are talking about bringing back college basketball game.
Did see that.
I'd like to throw that out there.
Awesome. I would follow you in it.
Yeah, awesome for you guys. I don't play video games anymore.
Oh, okay. You're cool, man.
I would play the living shit out of any college basketball game that came out.
Absolutely.
I'll come over and play with any of you guys.
Anytime.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. So we got Auburn versus American, and this is a bloodbath.
Yeah, I love America.
I would love to be an American.
Love America.
Auburn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Auburn by a landslide.
Illinois Vanderbilt. This is kind of fun.
I like Vandy.
Illinois on a slide.
Illinois is going a long way quick. They got to get healthy. I like them when they're healthy. They're not healthy right now, and they're bad.
Yeah.
Plus, Vandy's been hot.
Vanderbilt winning at Texas A&M. Vanderbilt looks good right now. I would take Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I'll go Vandy.
I feel like they've been going through like the trenches. Like they played Florida, Texas, Auburn, Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi, Texas A&M, and now they play Mizzou tomorrow.
You're just reading every team's SEC schedule.
Yeah, I was just about to say, man.
But I'm saying like, but all of like 3 of those games were away too, and they won at A&M. We'll see if they play Mizzou at home. So, but yes, the SEC is tough. But
shut out Mark Byington. Keep that name in mind for the Indiana job, because, and I'll tell you why. Because Kirk Cignetti is the Indiana football coach who came from James Madison. Mark Byington was at James Madison last year, took the Vanderbilt job, and supposedly Cignetti's been pushing for Byington to get the Indiana job. So I don't think he's their first choice by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think if they swing and whiff, he could 100% be the Indiana coach next year. And I think it'd be a very good hire too. Wouldn't be a sexy hire, would be a good one. We got Clemson, Georgia.
Fun game.
That is a really fun game.
A lot of talent on the floor. NBA talent on the floor, but I'll go with Clemson.
Yeah, Clemson beat Duke. I like Clemson.
I'll trust you guys.
Yeah, Clemson.
Michigan High Point. I got Michigan.
I love the way Michigan is playing basketball right now. Not in the way that they play super well and really They're not really like awesome offensively or great defensively, but they just win every game. And like sometimes, like college basketball teams just like they get in this mode where it's like we're just gonna win. It's never gonna be pretty. Sometimes it's 83-82. Sometimes it's 61-64. Like that's just where Michigan is at right now. They just win every game. So I'll go with Michigan.
I'll give you this. Michigan in their last 8 games has a -4 point differential, and they are 7-1 in those last 8 games, which is insane.
But they got a guy named Fat, so we're going with Michigan.
Michigan.
I've never even heard of that
too. He's an NBA player.
Oh, this next one's juicy. Oh, the Shaka Smart revenge game.
This is something that would happen too. Like the tournament committee loves this type of shit.
Oh, this game would feed families. Oh man.
Right now I'm feeling good about Marquette because we just kicked the shit out of Providence, and that just always feels really good. So now
you mean under 500 Providence? Congrats on your home win.
14 now after the game. They had a winning record before, easy, but.
VCU hasn't really played anybody.
No, I do like Marquette here.
Yeah, VCU hasn't really played anybody. That's
A10 was vastly overrated coming into this year. It's been disappointing.
Yeah, and you still walked into Dayton and got your cheeks clapped. So I don't know why you're talking shit about the A10.
Whatever. Yeah, I would much rather play a Big Ten team than an A10 team. I'll tell you that.
Oh.
The Big Ten teams are so easy to beat.
All right, we got Marquette moving on. Kentucky, James Madison. I got UK.
Yeah.
Cal
hasn't been great in the. That's not even Cal anymore. Never mind Kentucky.
No, I was about to say that ain't Cal.
Check.
But it is Kentucky with a 3 next to their name.
Yeah, that is.
I saw Kentucky with a 3 next to their name. Jack Golke stole their soul.
Is he going to be in attendance? Will Jack Golke be in attendance?
And last time I saw James Madison play in the first round, I watched them.
He's playing for the Hurdle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Close by to be in Wichita.
Mississippi State, San Diego State. It's Mississippi State.
SEC. Good dogs.
I like Brian Dutcher here.
Dude, Dutcher always has those boys ready come March. I was
gonna say, I'm gonna go San Diego State just because I don't doubt them in March. They're always good in March.
Yeah, we did talk about this last time.
For the sake of quickness, I will move my pick to San Diego State. And we will move San Diego State on.
This podcast respects Brian Dutcher.
Yes, it does. That man
we respect coaches that do well in March.
Yeah.
Silver Fox.
He's been around forever too. He was a Fab 5 assistant.
Brian Dutcher's been around
basketball for a long time.
Like I said, Silver Fox. Iowa State, Montana. Iowa State's got a bunch of injury problems right now.
They lost to Houston and Oklahoma State the last 2 games.
Yeah, that Oklahoma State loss is a terrible loss. Guys, Doug Gottlieb almost beat Oklahoma State at the beginning of the year. That's an embarrassing loss.
Hey, we can save that for the end, but UW Green Bay is rolling right now.
Yeah, they're good. They just won last game. Can they end
the season on
a 2? Yeah.
They're 2-2.
I was gonna say they won 4 games all seasons. This means something.
It's still Iowa State.
Yeah, it's Iowa State here. The real leader in the clubhouse for the Indiana job is TJ Otzelberger.
Otzelberger would be a hell of a hire.
Good win for every player, I think.
Do we got Duke, Marist?
Duke.
I like Marist to this one, but because you guys all said Duke, we can go Duke.
Right. New Mexico, UConn. Man, I remember we had New Mexico last time we did this, and Because it's Patino's. It's Richard. Yeah, it's Richard Patino.
The dick.
And UConn is so inconsistent. But I still trust Hurley here.
UConn has been wildly.
Dick has lost 2 in a row.
Hopping off the dick, huh?
Yeah, he's lost 2 in a row. Yeah. He had a chance to prove me wrong, but
plus you can't tell me that they wouldn't fix this for UConn Duke in the second round.
Yeah.
UConn would also probably beat New Mexico by about 15-20. I don't think that game would be overly close.
Mm. We got Missouri Yale.
The 5-12. Hey, we know
Missouri.
what we know. You guys know what happens in the 5-12 with Ivy League.
It's Missouri.
Missouri.
I always love the 12 seeds here, but I love this Missouri team more.
I do. Purdue Lipscomb. Purdue got off the schneid tonight, beat UCLA at home. I got Purdue.
Yeah.
Any other strong opinions?
They're tall. They got a tall guy.
I actually like Lipscomb here. This might just be a little recency bias. I watched Lipscomb play earlier this week. They play fast. I like them.
I've never even heard of them.
We can go Purdue, but I want you guys to mark this in the tickler file. Lipscomb might win a first-round game.
Yeah, really.
All right.
I like them.
Yeah.
It's recorded, so.
They don't have the formula. They don't have a dominant guard, at least that I can see statistically. So.
Lipscomb.
Yeah. Oh, this is my first upset. UCLA, UC San Diego. Give me UC San Diego.
I'll always pick Steve Lavin. You know, last time we did this, UC San Diego's matched up with Marquette, so I couldn't pick Steve Lavin. But this time I want to pick Steve Lavin, so I want UC San Diego as well.
I like your guys' confidence, so I'll roll with it.
Former St. John's coach, former Fox Sports personality. I love Steve Lavin.
He's still at UCLA, right?
No,
Steve Lavin.
That's Mick Cronin. Lavin's at UC San Diego.
Is he?
Yep.
Huh.
And it'd be a little fun story going against UCLA there. A little interstate rivalry.
Yep.
Texas Townsend.
I like
Townsend.
I really like the Towson Tigers.
But we have to pick an upset.
Texas pretty.
We have to pick an upset.
I really like the Towson Tigers. I want them to play the Badgers in the first round so bad because I think they would. We
have to pick an upset.
Yeah, I'll go Townsend.
I like checking to see if they have the formula.
I gotta look at the guards.
Oh yeah, they got a guy named Tejada averaging 16.9 points a game. We're going Townsend. They got their top 3 players are guards. So
yeah, they play fast too.
Let's see if they're seniors. If they're seniors, we're for sure going Townsend.
They got to win their conference tournament yet too. UNC Wilmington usually ends up winning that tournament. Towson's kind of been in it for the last few years, and Wilmington ends up beating them and getting the bid. But
their best players are kind of young too. I don't know if I love that.
I got Townsend.
Sure, we'll go Towson. I like Towson.
This next one too.
Yep, Arkansas.
The revenge of John Calipari.
I'll come full circle here.
I'll take the upset there. I'll go Coach Cal.
I love Memphis's guards. I like Memphis's guards way too much to pick. I'm sorry. Haggerty and Tyrese Hunter are dudes.
Oh, that's right. Tyrese Hunter's there. Yeah, never mind. I'm switching my pick.
Okay. I was going to let us go Arkansas, but I like Memphis there as well because of Tyrese Hunter.
I forgot he's there.
Haggerty's averaging 21 a game too.
Yeah, Haggerty is low-key a top 3 transfer this year. You could argue he's the best transfer here.
Plus Hunter's really good. A senior. They got
Memphis
They got
is just
seniors all over.
Yeah, they got Dane Danger. They got Dane Danger.
Dane Danger too. I like how they have 0 assistant coaches too. It's just Penny Hardaway and these guys, and the most random assistant coaches you've ever heard of. Like the big concern about Memphis coming into the year was Penny Hardaway has nobody on the staff. Like he was picking up random guys off the street to fill out this staff. But
because he used to have a bunch of who the hell did he have last year? He had a bunch of former NBA players last year, and it just did not go well. They were fighting on the bench. It was not good.
So now he's I'll do it myself, and it's working.
Yep. Yeah, it is. Tennessee, Norfolk State. I got Tennessee.
Rick Barnes wins this game by 17 points exactly.
Yes. Tennessee's defense is just too good.
Balls, baby.
All righty. All right, we got Houston versus Omaha. Houston's a lot like Tennessee, where Houston and Tennessee are made to win their first round matchup by 15 to 20 because their defense is just way too good.
Yeah,
for a mid-major.
Yeah, Houston. I said this on the last time we did this. The one team I'm 100% sure won't get upset in this 116, 215 type of game is Houston.
Is Houston, yeah. Oh hell, we got a matchup in the Mormon State. We got BYU versus Utah State. And let me just say this. I say this every time Utah State gets brought up. But Will, you could be coaching Utah State and they would win 20 games. They've had 3 different coaches in 3 years, and all they do is win. All they do is win, my friend.
Something about that Aggies uniform. You just put it on, and you're like, I'm a college basketball player who's going to win 20 games. Yep. That being said, I'll take BYU here.
Yeah, I like BYU's wins. They beat KU, Arizona.
No, BYU's been playing really good recently.
BYU's good. Utah State tournament games either.
That Wisconsin win for Oregon bumped them from an 8 to a 5. Holy hell. I did not realize that. I got Drake.
I got Drake here too. I forget the name of the coach, but he was a D2 coach before this. He's won his league 12 years in a row. He's got a couple national championships in there in Division II. Just seems like a guy boys.
Drake's been taking a lot of L's this year.
I don't support pedophiles, so I'm going to go Oregon.
I'm going to go Oregon, too. Drake doesn't have enough seniors for me to pick him to do an upset.
I can be switched to Oregon. That's fine.
We can take Oregon. That's fine. Biddle.
Yeah. So I got an ironic story. I actually went to the Oregon-Wisconsin game last weekend, and on my way walking into the stadium, I stopped at a pub, good old Wando's, and started talking to some random Badger fans. And they're like, oh, we don't know much about Oregon. And I'm like, all you need to know about Oregon is they have Bill Walton reincarnated at center. they're like, what? I'm like, nah, you ain't ever seen this dude. You're gonna get out, you're gonna get in there, you're gonna see him take the floor, and you're gonna be like, how is this white hippie good at basketball? But he's good. Biddle is good.
Biddle's man.
Yep. St. John's Liberty. Ooh, that's not a good matchup for St. John's. But I got the Johnnies.
Versus the Flame.
I got the Johnnies.
I'm not going against Patino in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to ride with Patino.
We'll take the Johnnies. Liberty's good.
Before we get into this next quadrant, Lunardi hasn't updated his overall bracketology, but he updates his seeds pretty much daily now, the top 4, I believe. Wisconsin has actually moved into a 2 for him. However, for the sake of this, we are going to roll with this. So it would be St. Mary's, Indiana. Ironically, I actually saw this game take place in Portland in 2021 when I went to the tournament, when I lived out there. And St. Mary's whooped that ass, and Indiana was an 11 seed. So I got St. Mary's.
Yeah, St. Mary's. They're just always really good. What's Randy Bennett? Is that the coach's name?
Yep, Randy Bennett.
Randy Bennett. They're just good every fucking year. I don't know. St. Mary's.
Let me
They're
tell
younger.
you that
They're younger for a St. Mary's team.
It doesn't matter who's wearing that jersey. Randy Bennett's going to get them to. They're going to win like 25 games, and they're going to win their first tournament game and then lose in the second round.
Yeah, Sawyer. It doesn't matter who's wearing that jersey. They're going to be white, and they're going to be fundamentally sound.
There's going to be at least one Australian on the team.
Yep.
Oi.
And no black guys. No black guys.
No.
Just
only
white guys.
Just the whites.
All right, Chattanooga.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I got Chattanooga.
I was just saying.
I got Wisconsin.
There
No, you ain't getting Chattanooga in this. It's Wisconsin.
Chanticleer. We got two for the Chanticleers here.
Oh,
Cole, how much confidence did you lose in them when you were at that game on Saturday? Because you went from texting me about college basketball all the time, not texting me about college basketball at all. On that,
He was sick.
Yeah,
okay.
Sick of what?
I didn't lose.
My guy concussed, dude. Come on, give him a break.
Vertigo.
Fuck off. First, I had fluid on my heart and lungs, but either way, let's put that aside here. I didn't lose much confidence. Wisconsin had been rolling.
Big game for Wisconsin on Sunday.
Sessions were turnovers.
They were, Michigan State. They were feeling themselves.
Hey, sometimes you just need an L to humble you. We're ready for
more. Yeah, like Big Cat
said
on the.
Let's see how they do on the second.
Like Big Cat said on the Mark Titus show today, that loss might have been the best thing to happen to us to humble us a little.
I've never heard of
I'm not letting you have Chattanooga go through out of spite.
You don't have to have Chattanooga go through, but
it's a bad loss. It was at home.
I'd be nervous.
Okay, so
embarrassing fashion.
Losing to Oregon in itself is not a bad loss. The way we lost to them,
right? You were up a bunch at home,
being up like 17
with 3 minutes left.
Yes. The way we lost was a bad.
You were out. They were outscored 40-28 in the second quarter.
Well, quarters don't exist in college basketball.
In the second half, I'm sorry.
You're good. All right, we're moving on.
I corrected myself before you did.
Louisville versus West Virginia. I got Chucky Hepburn, baby.
Yep. Give me some Chuck.
Is Tucker DeVries healthy or not?
Dude hasn't been healthy all year. I never know with West Virginia.
Back, isn't he? I don't know. West Virginia's well coached. Louisville's well coached. We'll go with Louisville for Chucky Hepburn.
Yeah.
But that would be nice shoes. I just wanna throw that out there.
Louisville, I think, will make a nice run. They have a lot of seniors and juniors.
Will, you say that, but did you look at the next game?
No.
I got Central Connecticut here. I'm just kidding. I got Florida.
Central Connecticut.
Yeah, no, never mind. That's the end of Louisville.
In the tournament a few years in a row. I'm going to take Florida here.
I just love how Will's like, I think Louisville's gonna make a nice run. And I'm like, Louisville or Will.
I'm hoping they don't get matched up against Florida. Otherwise, they'll have a nice run.
All right. Alabama, Bryant. Bama.
Bear Bryant. Alabama.
Creighton Gonzaga. Is Nemhard still at Gonzaga?
Yeah,
or did he graduate?
I believe he's still there. I don't really know. I haven't watched Gonzaga at all this year.
I have not watched much Gonzaga this year. But he transferred from Creighton to Gonzaga, so that would be a revenge game.
Isn't he in the NBA?
No,
that is his brother.
Oh, that's okay. His brother went to Florida.
There's another one who was a good point guard for Creighton, and then he transferred to Gonzaga last year.
I'll maybe go.
Ryan Nemhard is still at Gonzaga.
I'm gonna go.
He is also Canadian.
I'm gonna go Gonzaga for the sake of the one fan back 7 years ago when we went to the Marquette Creighton game that says Creighton sucks. So
Creighton sucks. I'll go Gonzaga.
I'll go Gonzaga because when I was looking up if Ryan Nembhard still played there, I see he had 15 assists in his last game. That seems pretty good. So I'll go with Gonzaga.
Seems like a pretty good stat.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is a terrible matchup for Maryland, and Maryland is really good, but Maryland McNeese.
I think we went McNeese last time on this one.
This game would be.
I'm all in on McNeese now that manager was just freaking bumping in the locker room with the boys. So give me McNeese.
I won't be the one to prevent McNeese from going through, but for the record, I like Maryland.
I also like Maryland here, but if we want to go McNeese, I'm fine with it.
We'll go McNeese. I'm okay with McNeese.
I'm just shouting out the equipment manager. So
Arizona, Akron, the old Zips making the tournament.
I really like the Zips. I'll say it. I like Akron.
There's got to be a 13 there's got to be a 13 that beats a 4.
Yeah.
So we got Akron McNeese in the next round, huh? For the record, I like Arizona.
Yeah, I like Arizona too.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking at McNeese. I'm looking at Akron, and they don't have the formula.
Your formula is mid-major teams with seniors, just to be clear.
Yeah. To be fair, that's not a terrible formula.
It's not a terrible formula. It's going to get rarer and rarer as time goes on.
Yes,
right. But when you have it, you gotta know. You gotta be on notice.
Wait, Josh, who do you have?
Arizona.
Oh, okay. So Arizona is moving on.
I was just talking.
Akron would win that game for the record. I am 100% sure about that. Just like I was with Oakland and Kentucky last year. But anyways.
You did call that. That was
Kansas, Nebraska. Well, Nebraska's never won a tournament game, but Kansas is awful, so I don't know.
That does mean they're due. That means they're due.
You could argue
they won 2 in a row. They play a big game tomorrow. I like Kansas.
Who do they have tomorrow?
Texas Tech.
Oh,
they kind of have a horrible end to the season. They have Texas Tech, Houston, and Arizona.
I want to say if for some reason this was like the 8:40 p.m. start time game where it's the last one on a Thursday or Friday. I've never done this in my life. I will stay awake until the last tournament game is over every Thursday and Friday, no matter what. If it's Kansas and Nebraska, I'll go to sleep during that game.
Kansas.
Take whoever you guys want. I don't give.
I'm gonna root against AJ Storr, so I'm gonna go Nebraska. Go Big Ten.
I'm going Kansas. I still think they got too much talent.
I hate
A&M, Utah Valley, A&M.
Yeah.
A&M.
Ooh, Ole Miss, Baylor. Ole Miss has not been playing well, but neither is Baylor.
Ole Miss has their coach tends to choke.
I'll go Baylor.
Yeah, all right.
You guys didn't understand that joke, but I'll go Baylor too.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, no, I firmly understood that joke. And good old Rick Pitino's petitioning for him to be the next Indiana coach.
Hey, shout out Mary Kate, whatever her name is.
Yeah, that was on PNT.
I guess it's not true. It's not true, so let's not talk about it so we don't get sued.
Alleged. Everything's alleged. I don't know.
Alleged, yeah. Allegedly.
We got Baylor.
Yeah, I got Baylor.
We got Michigan State, Robert Morris. Look, I'll say this. Michigan State can't shoot shit from 3. So if there is a 2 seed that I could actually see losing, it would be Michigan State if they went cold. However, I still have them winning.
They're pretty young. They're a pretty young team.
Cool.
Chase Richardson's a stud.
The last time we talked about Michigan State, where were they a 4 seed or a 5 seed or something?
Yeah, they're playing well.
And I said, this is the best team in the Big Ten. They're going to win the Big Ten outright. They are going to do that. They're well on their way there.
Not when they lose to on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game. I'm really excited for that game. But they will win this game in dominating fashion because they are very good.
They are good. The only worry I have about him is like I said, they shoot sub 30% from 3, which worries me a little bit.
So many dudes on that team, though.
It's March.
Izzo.
Izzo.
Yeah.
All right. So we are back up to Auburn Vanderbilt. It's Auburn. I hate to break Vanderbilt's heart, but it's Auburn.
Yeah, I'll take the 25-year-olds.
Yep.
That's terrible.
It's
Clemson, Michigan. I kind of like Clemson.
fun.
Me too.
It's a fun
That's
game.
right.
Clemson's
Kinda
a better
like Clemson.
team, but Michigan, when Michigan plays a better team, it doesn't matter that team's better than them. They just win anyway.
I still
Yeah,
got
but
Clemson.
Clemson has a lot of seniors.
All three you like Clemson, go ahead.
Marquette, Kentucky. Oh, God.
I remember one time Marquette and Kentucky played in the tournament. I was 8 years old. Dwayne Wade had a triple-double.
Final Four.
Marquette went to the Final Four.
Yeah, we're going Marquette.
Dave Jones be the best player on the floor. I'll say that.
I will submit to Marquette, and the only reason I will submit to Marquette is because Kentucky has a lot of injury problems right now.
And Zayd Lowry, rising star.
I don't disagree with that.
Rising star. 50, 40, 90 guy as it stands right now. One of only
San
four
Diego,
in basketball.
San Diego State, Iowa State. This game might be like 45-42.
Yeah, say 42-34.
Give me
I got Iowa
San
State.
Diego State.
I'll go Iowa State in the ugliest game you've ever seen.
Iowa State.
Give me SDSU.
Wouldn't shock me, honestly.
I know. I like that.
Let Will
You like
decide.
SDSU?
Let
No,
Will
I
decide.
literally all I do is tie it. If I
Well,
so I-
yeah, if you tie it, that's
You be
fine.
the tiebreaker too.
You'll be the tiebreaker. You pick.
Oh, why would you do this to me? All right, let's
'Cause
go
we don't
see
care.
who has more seniors.
Lamont Butler plays for Kentucky now, in case you needed to know.
I don't think Will knows who Lamont Butler is, but
You might have watched the Final Four that year.
yeah. He hit the shot
No,
to send.
no, we're going San Diego State.
Hell
All
yeah.
right.
Go Aztecs.
We got Duke, UConn.
I just
in
feel
a
like we need
game-
lower seeds. We can't pick all the high seeds.
Duke, UConn in a game that would feed families.
High
still
from
got
round to
Duke.
32 points at the
Yeah.
time, I'd say that.
Give me Cooper.
Duke.
Yeah,
I think it'd be a really good game.
I do too.
I think
But
Liam
Duke.
McNeely would probably hit a 3 at the end to win it, but sure, we can go Duke since you guys are all going to. Dan Hurley would be by far the best coach in that game.
He would be.
but Cooper.
Yeah. I just if
And
UConn
Kahn.
could
Cooper
if
and Kahn.
UConn could defend a chair, I would give that upset.
If
But
Solo
UConn can't defend a chair.
Ball goes 9 of 11 from 3 like he did against Marquette, UConn could beat anybody.
That is true. I don't disagree. So we got Missouri, and I believe we moved Purdue on.
Yeah, we wrongly moved Purdue on. Yeah.
I like Missouri there.
And Mizzou kicks the shit out of them in this game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
easily.
We got Townsend versus UC San Diego.
Steve
Oh,
Lavin.
Lavin.
Into a sweet
Steve
16.
Lavin.
I can't wait for
UC San Diego.
that interview.
We got Memphis, Tennessee. That's a really good game.
That's a good game.
That's a game where I could see Memphis giving Tennessee all sorts of fits.
Rivalry game. Rick Barnes and Penny Hardaway don't exactly get along. A lot of hate there.
I'm deferring.
Rick Barnes
'cause I
is not
think
necessarily
this is
great in March.
No, he's not.
No, he is not.
If I had a pick, I'd pick Memphis, but
I would also.
I can.
That's what I.
Penny,
Okay.
you got to go with Penny.
Okay, we got Houston versus the Mormons.
Houston.
Houston here.
Yeah.
Good
Defense
game. I
plays.
think it's a better game than maybe you guys think. I think BYU'd keep it close, but Kelvin.
No,
Sampson-
I agree. I think BYU keeps it close.
BYU
we
will
got-
have to do a whole lot of soaking to beat Houston, but
We got Oregon versus St. John's.
I like
I
St.
got the
John a
Johnnies.
lot in that
the
game.
Johnnies, yeah.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, St. Mary's. I have Wisconsin. I don't think St.
The
Mary's.
battle of the whites. Except Wisconsin had a little color this year.
Yeah, we got color now. We got color.
I got Wisconsin.
Got some seasoning.
Yeah.
If you'd have given me a 6 seed that I thought could actually beat them, I'd entertain the idea that not moving Wisconsin on, but it's Wisconsin.
Wisconsin won't get by the Chanticleers, so it won't matter. But if for some reason they did, yeah, they'd beat St. Mary's.
Louisville, Florida. I got
Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
If Louisville wasn't in this one, I'd pick Louisville, but I gotta stick to my Florida. They got the recipe.
One of the top SEC teams are going to fall early, and it is most likely Florida. And in a matchup like Louisville, it's kind of the matchup I see it happening in.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I like
the
Louisville.
record. Sawyer has Louisville, but Florida is moving on.
Yep.
I do like Louisville. I wouldn't be surprised. I would.
Go ahead.
No, I just said I wouldn't be surprised.
Alabama, Gonzaga.
Bama.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
McNeese versus Arizona.
I would have
That's the end of the road
in this game.
You would have who?
I would have neither of these teams in this game.
I feel like every year I choose
I
Arizona
wouldn't
to
have
move on, and
McNeese
they
there either.
fail me.
But
I'm gonna go with McNeese.
Yeah, I'll go Cinderella. I'll go McNeese.
Sure.
Go equipment manager.
Hugo.
Kansas versus Texas A&M.
Yeah.
A&M.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time Buzz Williams was in a Sweet 16? Is that like Virginia Tech when they lost to Duke, when they had the beater but blew it? Yeah, sure. We can go Texas A&M.
We got
Likely though.
Baylor versus
Awesome.
Michigan State.
Michigan State, go Sparty.
On his own march.
Yeah, I got State.
Don't matter.
Don't matter. All right, now it gets fun. Now we got Auburn versus Clemson. I actually think this game's a lot closer. I think this is where Auburn gets their scare, but I got Auburn.
I'll go Auburn as well. I don't think it's that close either.
Yeah, I think Auburn's.
They're just old. Yeah, they're just old.
Marquette, Iowa State.
We've seen this game already.
Iowa State.
It was at Iowa State, though.
Yeah, they still won. Iowa State.
You guys can decide it. You know who I'd pick.
I'm not going against Marquette, so.
Josh?
Well, that's just fun because I'm gonna really hate my pick, but I think I'm gonna go Marquette.
I think we'd get him the second time around.
Elite.
I hate that pick though.
Nah, that's gross.
Iowa State is gonna have a hard end to the season.
That is a very favorable run to the Elite Eight.
I like it. I hope it looks exactly like that on Selection Sunday.
We got Duke, Missouri. It's Duke.
I think Missouri would give them a game, but yeah, it's probably Duke.
I was gonna say, I think this game's close, but yeah, it's Duke.
We got UC San Diego versus Tennessee.
Tennessee.
How far do we want to ride the Fighting Steve Lavins?
I think Steve Lavin does a touching interview at the end of this game in a loss, and I like it a lot. But Tennessee probably wins.
Oh wait, no.
Is it in Memphis?
We have Memphis. Yeah,
I still like Memphis here.
Yeah.
I like not San Diego here.
Memphis.
Yeah, it's Memphis.
Yeah, it was. I think we did pick Memphis already.
We did.
We
Yep,
did.
We did pick Memphis.
Yep.
Tyrese Hunter and Penny Hardaway move on.
Alrighty. Yeah, Houston, St. John's. I think this would be fun, but I think it's Houston.
I do too.
Houston's got more offense.
Yeah, it's Houston.
All right, we got Wisconsin, Florida.
Well, we know who will pick it.
I don't know. That's actually like a pretty
It'll
good
be
game.
a very good
That's
game.
a good game.
This is your first game on Thursday. It's not that good of a game.
Oh, okay.
I'll take Florida.
Wow, hater. Florida's definitely in there.
I don't know here.
Those Florida guards are good.
They're better than
what? I think we roll Florida.
Wasn't
I don't like it.
This championship game last time?
Uh-huh.
Wasn't this your guys' championship game last time?
Yeah, it was.
Probably.
Yeah, it was.
Way more likely to happen in the Sweet 16. I'll say that.
For the sake of this, I'll go Florida, but yeah.
We got Alabama versus McNeese.
Yeah,
I'll go Bama.
I believe this game happened this year already, and Alabama won. So I got
Bama.
I unfortunately think
barely, just barely.
Over.
Go Nate Oates, Watertown, Wisconsin.
Nate Oates.
A&M, Michigan State.
I like Michigan State.
I'll go State.
I like Jay Nakins hit a couple shots in this game.
I'll go State.
Izzo.
All right, we got Auburn Marquette, and this is exactly where Marquette's dream dies.
Yeah,
Auburn.
As I said last time we did this, I don't want to play Auburn at all. Those 25-year-olds kick our ass, Auburn.
Duke, Memphis.
Great game.
Still like Cooper. Best player in the
I do too. I got to go Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Duke, but Duke.
All right. We got Florida, Houston. I hate that I kind of like Florida.
I do too.
I like Florida in that particular matchup.
I do too.
The way this bracket shakes out, how Lunardi has it right now, I think both teams would end up getting to this point, but I don't know. I don't really like either of these teams to make a Final Four.
Yeah.
I don't really either.
Florida would beat Houston in a single one-off neutral site game. So I'll go Florida.
We're not warm and fuzzy about all these.
No. We got Alabama, Michigan State. I got Bama.
Fish. I like Michigan. If they're making it this far, I'm going Michigan State.
Year 30. Tom Izzo back to the Final Four.
Yep.
Jaden Akins.
I'm gonna ride with
Jackson Kohler. Cohen Carr.
So Auburn, Florida, and then we have Duke, Michigan State. So Auburn, Florida, it's Auburn.
I will say, what happened last time they played, Cole?
They did. Florida.
At Auburn.
They did walk into the jungle.
They did.
But, however,
they shot lights out from 3.
25-year-olds learn, and they win this game.
Yeah, I think they win, but I'm going Florida.
They shouldn't be allowed to play college basketball, but they do win this game.
For the record, I'm going Florida, but
Duke, Michigan State. Duke.
It's tough. I want to pick Michigan, but
yeah, I don't really want to see 1-1 in the championship, but
it's the best game. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
it's by far and away the best game.
Probably by far and away the best two teams, too.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
I hate both of them personally.
I do too.
And I like Michigan State here because Jaden Akins, but what you gonna do?
Yeah, we got Duke.
Auburn Duke in a rematch. I got the 25-year-olds.
Yeah, give me the 25-year-olds.
Same. I hate it, but
yep. 25-year-olds win again. Almost like we should get rid of them. Not let them play college basketball anymore and make them get jobs.
On that note, we're going to end this pod. Josh, want to plug anything?
At Robo39.
Sawyer?
Come buy some meat. That's all I got.
Where at?
Huff's Meats?
Huff's
Where
Meats.
at?
Where at?
You'll find me.
Huff's Meats.
Hops Quality Meats in Brownsville. There you go.
Are they a sponsor now?
Yeah.
Should be.
Unpaid sponsor.
Unpaid.
No, you
sponsor.
could at least provide some like beef sticks or something, bro. Some snacks.
Yeah, we
for
can
the-
advertise at least on air.
Yeah, I'll provide some for myself.
Wait, hold on. I got some in the freezer. Let me go get them.
Hey,
Will?
Uncle Poppy 26. I don't sell meat.
Yet.
Bye.
Take it easy.
You don't find the game finds you.